Welcome to the fourth in a series on early literacy learning. I'm Suzanne Carroll, Director of Early Literacy for kindergarten through third grade.
And I'm Jenny Rodriguez, Director of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging for the district.
And I'm Lorraine Letty, Elementary Literacy Ambassador.
Throughout our video series, we have explored how we teach students to develop strong literacy skills. This is demonstrated by the reading rope developed by Dr. Hollis Scarborough. A reader must be able to decode a word, but also must understand the meaning that the words carry.
In our first two videos, we shared how we instruct students in phonological awareness and phonics.
Our last video took a look at the upper strands of the reading rope, language comprehension. We took a close look at how students develop their oral language and vocabulary.
Today's video will focus on another strand that contributes to comprehension, building background knowledge.
What is background knowledge? Background knowledge is the bank of knowledge a person has accumulated over time that is stored in long-term memory. According to reading researcher Marilyn Adams, background knowledge acts like mental Velcro because new knowledge sticks to our existing knowledge.
Every student comes to school with background knowledge, and we honor and value all of our students' experiences.
So how does background knowledge connect to reading comprehension? Research shows that the more we know about a topic, the better we comprehend when we read about that topic. Acquiring background knowledge is not just simply learning facts. Rather, we build background knowledge over time through repeated exposure to ideas, content, and vocabulary. We help students to build background knowledge in school every day in a variety of ways.
One way students build background knowledge is through wide reading experiences. The recently released NYSED literacy briefs on the science of reading advise engagement with a variety of high-interest, diverse, and complex texts as a high-impact instructional practice. Students learn about people, places, ideas, and concepts through interactive read-alouds, small group reading lessons, reading in the content areas, and independent reading. In order to facilitate knowledge building, we curate classroom libraries with high-quality and high-interest books, so students can learn about a wide variety of topics. This year, we have added text sets to support science and social studies units, giving students opportunities for the repeated exposure that builds background knowledge.
Another way we build background knowledge is through hands-on experiences, such as field trips, school-wide activities, celebrations, and performances, working in school gardens, and performing STEM experiments.
We also prioritize building students' background knowledge about social-emotional learning. Using our district-created Sequity framework, students learn to name and recognize emotions, reflect on self-growth, and to interact respectfully with others. Students can apply this learning when they are reading about characters, learning about historical time period, or identifying themes across texts. The school year is filled with opportunities to both learn about and recognize the traditions of the many cultures that make up Mamaroneck. Students build social awareness by learning about the holidays and celebrations of others, and use self-awareness to share the traditions that are important to them. The recently released NYSED literacy briefs of the science of reading noted the importance of connecting social-emotional skills and literacy learning.
When we build background knowledge, we want students to connect prior knowledge with new knowledge to create networks of information. For example, during this music class, students learned that music can be divided into sections. They also learned about the concept of an overture, as well as about Gioacchino Rossini, the composer of the William Tell Overture. Additionally, they discussed how an overture evokes emotions of excitement and anticipation. Similarly, in this art class, students learned about Disney animator Mary Blair and her innovative use of color. They also discussed her persistence in convincing other animators to use color rather than just black and white. Students then created their own collages using various shapes based on Mary Blair's work. This lesson dovetailed with the school-wide celebrations during Women's History Month.
Students also build background knowledge by connecting with experts. Our schools host author visits and community members who share their expertise in various areas.
Students and their families also have the opportunity to become experts and teach each other. These third grade Dos Caminos students are sharing books they wrote about ecosystems. In this kindergarten classroom, 12 cultures are represented, and families take turns visiting and teaching about their culture. All of our 5th grade students have become expert on a topic of their choice for their culminating capstone project.
Thank you for joining us.
There are many ways that families can build background knowledge together at home.
Please see the handout linked to this video for ideas in both English and Spanish.